Close your eyes. Now think of your favorite food.
Thin, light pancake. The warmth of the thosai mixed with the coolness of the coconut chutney. The light spice of the pol sambal. What evokes the most salient memories for me is an ingredient called pol sambal. It's basically a mix of grated coconut, freshly grated coconut, and chilies, and also some lime. So for me to eat that, it's home. It like makes me think of home, whether that's in Highland Park with my mom or in Colombo. My name is Isa Ananya Spurry. I like to emphasize the middle name because it's the only way you can tell that I have a little bit of South Asian heritage. I identify as a biracial woman. My dad is white, he's from Wisconsin, and my mom is Sri Lankan in heritage. Her mom is Sinhalese and Dutch burger, and her dad is Colombo Chetty, so she identifies as Colombo Chetty as well, and therefore so do I.
A light pudding with soft dough-like pieces. Sweet, yellow, yeah, pile of goodness. Banana pudding, first of all, means that you have to have everything else together because that means people are coming. So you gotta have your room clean, you gotta have your hair done, you gotta have it because you know they're gonna be pictures. It means like coming together. It means that whether it's even a sad occasion, it kind of means that it's the time to like unite in whatever way, shape, or form for whatever need there is. So if it's a need to celebrate, if it's a need to mourn together, if it's the need to just kind of be and exist, to like catch up, it just means like coming together. My name is Imani Johnson. I am from South Carolina. I am an applied psych major, applied psych and global public health, and I am a senior this year. So yeah.
So I'm from Highland Park, Illinois, which is a suburb on the North Shore of Chicago. I can't say Chicago because real Chicagoans will yell at me. So that really is home. I've gone to Sri Lanka twice, and that has come to feel like home too, even though they've been short trips. I adjust really quickly. I love being there. I feel like I belong there. Sometimes I feel like I have to prove that, but the feeling still like is really inherent within me. So coming to New York and finding all of this Sri Lankan food, even though there really isn't that much, felt to me like a gold mine. But eating it here sometimes makes me miss home even more, just because as good as a curry can be at a restaurant, it just doesn't compare to my mom making it or my grandma making it. So the same but different. My favorite one is definitely the man in Washington Square Park who makes dosai, or you might know it as dosas.
First vegan dosa cart in the world. Yeah, everything is vegan. I'm vegan myself, so I'm very proud and happy to do it. Hi.
Can I get a Mysore masala dosa?
Sure.
Extra spicy.
Extra spicy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll just get enough containers for like. All right, let's go. So a normal part of this is usually real like bananas, but my family doesn't like the bananas in it. So my mom was like, essentially what we're doing is eating just pudding. And I'm like, but the pudding is banana flavored, so we can still call it banana pudding. The Nilla wafers. This is the best. This is the best part of the pudding. Like literally the best part. I remember making it by myself for the first time after my freshman year, or during my freshman year of college. So I'd always assisted and I always knew where everything went, and it was for Thanksgiving and all of my family was over, and so there was a lot of pressure. I was like, listen, Mom, this has got to be right, because this is what the people come for. They come for the banana pudding and they stay for the turkey. I think it's really interesting how much effort people like put into remembering and holding on to things through food. So like recipes that people have on like pieces of paper that are like years old and are tethered, and they can like not only tell you about like the recipe, but like where the person was when they wrote it, or what phase of life they were in when these like recipes came about. So I've always found that like really interesting.
Rice and paripu was my peanut butter and jelly. When I was younger, I was 4 or 5, I think 4, and I went to dance class. So it was me and then 4 other girls, all of whom were white. And the way to introduce ourselves was we all sat in a circle, gave our names and what our favorite food was. So the first girl went and she said her favorite food was pizza, and the next girl said pasta. And when it got to me, I said rice and paripu, and everyone was really silent. All the girls stopped fidgeting. My teacher was looking at me with confusion. You could just tell in her eyes, even though she was smiling. And she asked me, what is that? But I couldn't explain what paripu was, because when I saw that food, I knew it as paripu. And from that day on, when I was 4, that's how I learned to never talk about being Sri Lankan in public, because I didn't like the way it made me feel. Now, after coming to college, traveling to Sri Lanka, growing into my identity, understanding racial dynamics, I've been able to overcome a lot of that embarrassment and fear that I felt, and really fully embrace being Sri Lankan.
I remember my mom telling me a story about how her mom would make banana pudding, and a bit of backstory is that my mom's mom, so my grandmother, passed away suddenly at a very young age. And I remember her as she was, I remember what she was doing. She was like mixing the pudding, like we were doing measurements for putting the milk into the instant pudding, which is not something very impressive. And she was like, as she was doing it, I remember her saying like, that like she remembers how her mom taught her what to measure and how to do it. And so when I do it now, I think a lot about like the idea of that being passed on. Something so simple, but something that brings to your mind such an important part of your life, and even painful things, like the fact that she had lost someone that she really loved, but was able to do that in the framework of something so positive and so beautiful. Okay, I did good. I was concerned. That turned out well. Oh yeah, Mama would be proud. I don't like to toot my own horn, but she would be pretty happy.